Teka muna, ilan ang sapatos mo ngayon?
Well, at the peak of my collection, siguro mga
How much have you blown
on sneakers?
shoes?
Oh, millions.
Yeah. Admittedly,
Definitely, siguro.
is it worth it? What about yung mga taong mahilig sa shoes pero wala namang budget? So they go for the fakes. Anong advice mo sa mga yon? For men, what is it about sneakers or even shoes? At bago tayo magpatuloy, mag-subscribe naman kayo, paki-click ito, mag-like na rin, at kung may suggestion kayo ng kausapang reel with Luchi, put it down in the comment section and we'll do our level best to get it for you. They do leather shoes, hindi?
Ako, oo. Kasi
Oo,
I went
meron
through a
din.
corporate phase. So I bought like all the Brogues, the Oxfords.
So meron ka rin
The
ganon?
wingtip.
What is it about shoes you think?
Well, let's start with the sneakers. We are a basketball crazy cut. And the number one brand for a long time was really Nike and Jordan brand. Michael Jordan, di ba?
Yes, nako,
So,
love na love si Jordan.
a lot of the people who buy sneakers today or bought sneakers over the last 5 years are people when they were young, like me, who couldn't afford to buy actual Jordan sneakers. So ngayon na may pera na kami, ay bibiling ko na yan. Di ba?
Pero nung bata ka, hindi ka ba bumibili? Hindi mo pinag-iipunan?
Ay, wala akong pambili.
So when you started earning was when you started
Kasi
collecting?
mahal ang sapatos, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, di ba? Hindi mo naman mahanap yun kung saan-saan. Una kong trabaho, call center agent. Ano na yun, sweldo ko na yun sa isang buwan.
Yeah.
Diba? So it's not as easy as buying like a card or a different type of collectible that you can buy for 300, 400 pesos.
So teka muna, ilan ang sapatos mo ngayon?
Well, at the peak of my collection, siguro mga over 400, 500 pairs. Yun yung pinakamadami.
Saan mo tinatago?
Nagreklamo misis ko. Nasa sala na, nasa ibang unit na. As in-
Hindi ko ma-imagine kung saan mo ilalagay ang
Ako din.
400 sneakers.
Pero over time naman, in fairness to me, nabenta ko na karamihan sa kanila. So I think right now, probably I have around 30 to 40 na lang.
Pero wala ka bang guilt factor? Alam mo yung feeling na, ano ba to, kabibili ko lang kahapon, bibili na naman ako ngayon? Or kagagastos ko lang ng 7,000, bibili na naman ako
So
ng...
siguro it depends on how the person treats their collection. So kunyari ako, for a long time, I was using it for content. Kasi diba, I was building a YouTube
No,
channel.
but before content, were you a shoe fiend already even before?
But not as heavy as like nung talagang gumawa na ako ng content about it. Pero back then, nung simula, siguro I'd buy once or twice, siguro once a month or every 2 months.
Gastos din nun, ha?
Oh, pero back then, I was already vice president for a telco. I was earning significant amounts of money. Kumbaga, I paid my dues, I worked hard, I had savings, I had investments.
Yeah.
So I think I can afford to buy myself some luxuries in
May
life.
asawa ka na ba noon? Asawa mo na ba si Michelle noon?
Oo naman. Oo naman.
Pero okay sa kanya?
Oh, kasi as long as we have conversations with, as long naman na she sees and she knows na I'm handling our money well, which I can confidently say naman that I do, then
Pero
she's okay with
yung totoo lang, how much have you blown
on sneakers?
shoes?
Oh, millions. Millions.
Admittedly,
Definitely, siguro.
is it worth it?
Yes, kasi if you take a look at the channel that I was able to build, the audience that I was able to amass, which transformed into several businesses that I run today, that are all worth in the hundreds of millions, then that 2 million investment in shoes was super worth it, if you think about it.
Okay, but apart from the monetary value, anong binigay nun sa personality mo, sa character mo?
Oh, marami. It allowed me to
Alam mo
connect.
yun, psychological.
I think the most important thing that I got from it was I was able to connect to the younger generation again, to get a pulse for what it is that they like, to get better understanding of what drives them and what their motivations are. And I use that a lot as a marketer. For a long time, I was in marketing, either in advertising or when I was in...
Pero hindi ba parang, ano yun, hindi ka living simply, it's being worldly, wala ka bang ganyang mga thoughts on real value when you think about it. Why do you need so many shoes?
Again,
You can even walk barefoot, for crying out loud. That's what people will say,
agree,
right?
Agree. And I think ultimately it boils down to yun nga, the pursuit of what you feel like that you want to do, diba? So ako, it was really at that point in time, it was collecting shoes. Kasi I found it exciting to hunt for the rarest shoe.
May thrill no? May thrill talaga yung shopping
Yeah,
No?
tsaka yung hahanapin mo kasi it's not easy to find.
Yeah.
It's not like as if I go to Nike and then the sneaker I want is there.
Is there.
Sometimes I would have to fly pa to
Nagpunta ka
another
pa
country.
Singapore para lang hanapin yung
Yeah.
New Balance na yan.
It's part of the journey. For example, it gives me and my wife an excuse to travel. Di ba? Kailangan natin mag-Japan, babe. Sabi niya, bakit? Kasi dahil may nakita ako maraming magandang sapatos sa Hareruya.
Buti na lang, hindi nagagalit si Michelle. Kailangan compatible din. Hindi kasi imagine pag nag-asawa ka ng, di ba, nang hindi naman, I'm sure, I mean kung hindi niya type yun, sabihin niya, ano ka ba? We could have bought this nice house already. We could have, di ba, built ourselves some business. Sa bagay, nag-build ka naman ng business.
So as long as you sees naman na, kumbaga, I'm responsible with majority of the money. Kasi parang some people might think na yun na lahat ng pera ko na ginastos ko sa sapatos. So it's you managing your portfolio and your finances in a way so that you have money to enjoy, to indulge whatever it is that you want to indulge in. You have money that's set aside for charity and whatever good works, which we espouse. We back several scholars, we donate to several institutions. Siyempre, there's money for God, di ba?
So, nagbabalance ng budget in short. What about yung mga taong mahilig sa shoes pero wala namang budget? So they go for the fakes. Anong advice mo sa mga yon?
It's a very contentious issue. I made several videos about it recently lang that got millions of views. Kasi
yun
my
na nga
stand
eh.
is,
Yun na nga eh.
ang stand ko is you should not buy fake. You buy what you can afford. And yung feeling of you saving up to buy an expensive item and eventually getting it is not just more than the reward. Yung shoe is not just the reward. It's the journey and the pursuit of saving up and knowing how to save up and mag-racket and yung gaining that skill na rumakit to afford something that you originally did not afford.
Pero parang ginajudge mo naman sila, sabihin nila, dali mo sabihin yan kasi mayaman ka eh.
Hindi naman lahat ng tao nagsimula ng mayaman.
Hindi naman lahat ng tao rin yayaman ng katulad mo.
Fair point, fair point.
Oh.
But at the same time, if you take a look at people buying fakes, if you take the look at the act of buying fakes, what are you supporting? Saan nanggagaling yung fakes?
The fake maker.
Sino nag-i-import ng fakes? Ano yung industry na yan that you are feeding by buying fakes? Seriously, if you think about it, you're talking about people who import, sabihin natin, gray market products by leveraging factories in China that have much lower wages because fake na nga, hindi na to yung actual shoes eh. That, kumbaga kung yung Nike pa lang na actual,
Pero alam mo,
may
yun
issues
nga
na.
sinasabi nila eh. Yung actual cost of producing a pair of shoes is actually just a fraction of the retail price, and it's all just because they put in the signature of the design.
It's the power of the brand.
Nakatulong ba yun doon sa mga laborers na gumawa? I mean, if you go into that issue, di ba?
Yeah, but I'm speaking more on the issue of fakes. Kasi ako ang stand ko, kung dun palang malala na, what more for fakes? Paano ginagawa yon? Sino nagpapasok nun? Hindi nagbabayad ng buwis yung mga yan. Paano nakakatulong yan? Diba? So para sa akin, there is a moral issue talaga. And again, it might be different for everyone.
Yeah.
Some people will insist they wanna buy it, then fine, go ahead. Diba? That's your life. Pero ako, I would want to espouse and stand for and teach that you should buy what you can afford. That's authentic and original.
So, ganito lang yon. If you cannot afford these shoes,
There are a lot of
collector's
affordable
items,
ones that are really good and really comfortable. There are local brands that you
Go
can
for
support.
those.
Or sabihin natin, pumunta kayo sa mga outlet. Ang dami doon, sobrang laki ng discount.
Alam ko yung Mamplasan, lagi mong mini-mention.
Pero yung ano lang, bili ka lang ng mga discount. Yung maganda din kasi, nag-oversupply na ng sapatos. So ngayon, ang dami na
nagmumura.
nagmumura. So hindi mo na kailangan bilhin yung mga tigi na 9,000, 11,000, 12,000.
Yeah, actually,
diba?
ngayon, no?
Oo.
Ngayon, ang mura na ng mga everything.
Correct.
Actually, and you don't have to buy designer shoes or collector shoes
Exactly.
to be fashionable.
Exactly.
And to have style.
Exactly.
Lux.
Sometimes white sneakers lang, di ba? Tapos all black. Okay,
Actually. Pero yun na nga, for you, what's the kick
Now?
in getting that shoe that you saved up for, that you traveled miles and miles for?
Yung sa akin, it's really just being able to get what I felt originally was unreachable nung simula. Siguro yun yung
that's
nangyari
nice.
nung...
Maganda yan, maganda yan.
Siguro
Gusto
yun
ko
yung
yan.
simula. Pero ngayon, to be honest, mas focus na lang ako sa ano eh. Parang kung ano yung komportable sa paa.
Tumatanda na siya.
Tumatanda na kasi. Kasi parang...
So tanong ko sa'yo, pag mahal ba, super comfy?
No, not necessarily.
Ayan, that's the lesson we can pick up here.
Oh, not
So,
necessarily.
hindi ko mo ang binayad mo laki-laki. Okay to, perfect to.
Oo, kasi for
Saan
example...
usually nag-fail?
Actually, may mga sapatos na mga nasa 2,000, 3,000 lang. Sobrang komportable na eh.
Talaga, yun naman pala eh.
Oh, there's a local brand called World Balance. I mean, they come out with really comfortable shoes.
Really? So,
Yeah.
may ganun din.
Mga 2,000 to 3,000, solve ka na. Tapos pag nagsakto, nag-sale sila, 1,500, meron ka na.
Right.
Or sabihin natin, Adidas, Ultra Boost. Kadalasan yung Ultra Boost, nag-50% off after several months.
Oo.
So yung dating 9,000, makukuha mo ng 4,500. Tapos magsisale pa ulit yan, magiging 3,000.
Pero ultimately, forma pa rin ang hanap kasi ng karaniwang tao.
Yeah, but you
It's
can
really
get that for
form.
a fraction of the cost. Yun nga yung point ko eh. Bigyan kita ng one last thing
Sige.
Ang lalaki mahilig bumili ng sapatos, di ba? Tanungin mo kahit sinong babae, may pakiba yung babae kung ano yung suot na sapatos ng lalaki.
Wala! Kanya nga eh. Kaya nga ako nagtataka, okay, kasi naintindihan ko yung babae na gusto namin mag-shoes because we watch each other's shoes.
Pero ganun din yata yung sa lalaki na it's more for to show off to other men siguro in a way. But ultimately, if it's formal lang para lang malinis tingnan and whatnot, di ba basta malinis
So
ka
wait,
tingnan?
so kayo naman, you look at each other's shoes. You
Nung
do.
sobrang into sneakers ako, hindi naman yung tipong napadpad lang ako sa Green Hills, titignan ko lahat ng sapatos ng mga tao. Kung magka-happy lang ako
Kunyari, party, reunion ng mga kaibigan, tinitingnan mo ang mga suot ng sapatos nila.
Minsan, pero hindi mo naman pwede i-judge yung tao based on the sneakers that they wear.
No judging,
Diba?
pero kung minsan, it's inevitable that you judge. Anong payo mo sa mga natetempt bumili ng fake?
Again, ultimately, number one, know what's within your means, diba? Kung may budget ka na sabihin natin 2,000 to 3,000 pesos, yung lie being told to a lot of people is that that's not enough to buy good shoes. Kahit 1,000 to 2,000 pesos, there are always good shoes na you can buy at any price range. Lalong-lalo na with the abundance of local brands, with sneakers on sale. Just go to the right
stick
places.
to those.
Oh, doon ka muna
Be
magsimula.
resourceful.
And then ultimately, learn to be patient. Kasi I think yun yung
At
number one.
magpigil.
Oo, kasi yun yung number one We were talking about the materialistic side of things, diba?
Yes.
But you can also take a look at what are the lessons that you can learn in the pursuit of things that are hard to reach and get. Like saving up, learning how to save up, learning paano rumakit. Those are life skills that will be with you forever.
Oo.
Diba? Yung matuto kang sumide hustle habang may trabaho ka para mabili mo yung Jordan na gusto mong bilhin. Yung matuto ka na mag-resell, sabihin natin, bumili ka ng sapatos, matuto ka ng concept of arbitrage, matuto ka ng concept of creating margin and selling.
Anong concept of
Diba?
what?
Yung
Arbitrage?
yung making
Ano
money
yun?
of the... Basta basically how much money others are willing to spend for more for it. That's where you make your margins. Diba?
Ganun ba
So parang ganon.
Arbitrage.
Big word.
Bagong word yun.
Basta yung point lang.
dami ko natututunan dito kay Carlo eh.
Basta yung ability lang to be a hustler and to make money.
Yeah.
That is a life skill na you earn that stays with you.
Okay.
Diba? So ako, be patient, buy what you can afford, tapos eventually, as you level up in life, okay na rin. Diba? Kung time will come na where you can afford what you want to buy. But the focus should not be on buying sneakers that you can't afford to impress people that don't care about you anyway.
Merong ganyang kasabihan lagi
Yung
sinasabi
don't
sa
buy-
church.
Oo.
To buy things that, for people that you don't want to please or something like that. diba?
It's the same with shoes.
I have to
diba?
look for that. I have to look for that. I like
Kumbaga
that expression.
priorities.
Let's talk about attachment. Hindi ka ba na-attach sa mga sneakers mo? Lalo na pinaghirapan mo yung iba sa kanila na ma-acquire.
Paboritong saying na miss ko, wala daw ako emotional attachment over anything. And sobrang totoo yun.
True.
So, pag ayoko na, madaling ibenta. Or pag nalipasan na, pwede na benta yan. Kasi I'd rather paikutin yung pera to get something new. Then, para lang na may iwan siya dyan, di ko naman nasusuot. Wala nang mangyari sa kanya.
How do you know that you have emotional attachment?
Pag hindi mo kaya
To
mag-let
a
go.
thing.
So siguro at any given time, go to my house, point at anything, and say, Carlo, I want to buy that. Sabihin ko sa'yo, yes.
Talaga ba?
Problema nga minsan kahit regalo sa akin, sige, bilhin mo.
Okay lang, binigay na nga sa'yo eh. So, every
Parang hindi ko kailangan yan.
right
Sige,
to
bilhin
do
nyo na.
with it as you please.
Kumbaga yung hindi ko lang pwede ibenta, siyempre, mga binibigay ng misis ko. But to be honest, that's more because I know she'll get mad. Dahil alam kong galing sa kanya, alam kong maapektuhan siya pag ibenta ko. Siyempre, hindi ko ibebenta.
Actually, there must be at least one pair that you won't let go of.
Wala talaga.
Wala!
Even the sneaker
As
that I
in, wala
thought...
man lang, alam mo yon, wala man lang attachment in the sense of memory, good memories.
Benta ko na rin eh. Yung sinasabi ko favorite sneaker ko, yung off-white na Prestos. Sinasabi ko favorite sneaker ko yan. Bumili ako 3 nun. Nung nakita ko sumipa yung presyo, walang emotional attachment, benta kagad.
Grabe, ang attachment mo pera.
Hindi pera. Ang attachment ko, it's really the ability and capability to do what I want.
Yes, not the money.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
the independence and freedom. Eh. Yung kunyari, the ability
I
to say na...
think you like the idea of just being practical and making money where it can be had. Not that you love money, but it's the
I also love
challenge
money,
of...
Pero sabi nila, money can't make you happy, but it can certainly help, di ba? It helps a lot, di ba? So, yun.
Tsaka may sense of accomplishment, di ba?
Yeah, and if you plan kasi long-term, money is a tool for you to set up a really comfortable life for you and your family and your loved ones. So, kasama na rin yun doon, making sure na you have investments, na you have savings, na you have
And you're
passive
able
income
to give.
sources.
You're able to give.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think that's what it
Yeah,
should
may overflow,
be
di ba? Na
about.
may overflow.
Yes.
So, I think yun din yung importante. Work balance din, makes you wear it more. Because it reveals a different design and look sa loob.
Thank you, Carlo.
Dami ko natutunan. Pero feeling ko hindi titigil ang pagka-shoe addict.
Wala naman masama doon. You can afford it.
I hope forever and ever. Tuturuan niya akong rumakit. Side
Correct.
hustle.
Correct. Pinapatukan na nila. Tsaka yung support, sa Koala sa Australia. Ang dami niyang kulap, Dominions.
Oh, para updated kayo, paki-like naman, follow, or better yet, subscribe.